Hey, this is Gary Anderson of GenderCo.com. This is my good buddy Chuck, old friend that we grew up together with, playing music. We met together in school, playing gospel music and stuff. We found out he played the guitar. I played the drums, but that was too hard to carry around, so he taught me to play bass guitar, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. We
But
had
anyway,
a good time, didn't we?
Yeah.
Carrying them guitars everywhere we went.
Yeah, we did.
School, and churches, any place to let us play with them.
12 years old, had gigs to
Yeah.
play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we had a chance to get together and talk about Chuck's new group he's got with his family.
Yeah.
Called All for God.
Yeah.
And we just want to talk a little bit about that. Right?
That's it.
All right. Well, what we want to know, Chuck, is like, how'd you and your family get together and start your little group called All for God?
Well, my wife has been playing with her family for years, you know, as a child. The Lovejoy family, really good group, you know, and her mother and dad are getting up in age, and we've always played together, you know, at home and stuff, and you know, before the Lord saved me, you know, I played in clubs and
Yeah, I remember that.
and I praise God for saving my soul, you know what I mean, and so, you know, my personal thing is I want to give back to God as much as I gave for Satan and the world. You
Yeah.
know. So we decided to go ahead and start off together, just going out and playing, you know, just wherever we could. And we played over at the Hamlin Healthcare Clinic. They were having a gospel singing.
That's Hamlin, West Virginia.
Yeah, Hamlin, West Virginia, and they invited us over to sing at the gospel sing. So just me and her were playing at the time.
Okay.
And when we went over there, we met up with two other really good Christian guys. It was Wayne Selmans and Garland Flyers. And so we always prayed, you know, we prayed that you know, God, just use us how you will. You know, we just want to do what you have us do. So I believe that God put us together, you know, me and Anita and Wayne and
Anita's your wife.
yeah, yeah, and Garland. So we played, and that group was Road Less Traveled. So we played for quite a while with them, and they had things that they, you know, they had to do, you know, and good Christian guys, you know, and so we kind of disbanded.
Okay.
You know, so me and her started our little group, just the two of us.
And then one thing led to the other, and next thing you know, you're getting invited to play in more places and stuff like that?
No, it didn't quite work like that. We, well, I mean, eventually, you know, but it's really, but we were, you know, our first appointment was at a church called Zora, which is in Hamlin.
Oh, okay.
So we were really nervous about it because, you know, it was just two of us, but still we were going to go ahead and go because, you know, we just, anything we can do for God, that's what we want to do.
Yeah.
And you know, so we went and played, and you know, we were thinking to ourselves, well, man, I hope that we can bless somebody, you know, with just the two of us, you know.
Sure.
And you know, the Lord just works, you know, in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
So you know, we went and played, and you know, people were blessed, and we were blessed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just to be able to do that. So, you know, that's how we got started. You know.
Well, so how'd you come up with the name All for God? How'd that come about?
Well,
That's your group name, right?
right,
Okay.
yeah. We, you know, it's just, God is just so great. And in our home, you know, all of our children, which are great kids, you know, and we all reverence God.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, we just got to thinking and, you know, kicking things around. And we, you know, both my wife and I said, well, you know, hey, all for God, because that's what we live for, you know.
Yeah.
So, and you know, that's what we want to do, is just God's will. So it just come out all
Right.
for God. You know?
Well, we kind of maybe already covered this, but now that you've kind of come to where now you're all for God,
Mhm.
it's just you and your wife. Were you still nervous, or you know, with
Well,
your first
yeah.
few gigs, or did you do all
Yeah,
right?
well, I tell you what, we were praying. It's the funniest thing, because we were praying. It was like, well, you know, it would be nice to have another member in our group,
Yeah.
and so we were, you know, just batting it around, praying, you know, God, and you know, send us. You know, we were talking to each other, and more or less we're saying to each other, you know, God will send us somebody when it's His time, because everything works in God's time.
That's right.
But anyway, you know, it's funny that you'd ask, because we have our son that came into the group, but it was, you know, it's a neat little cute story.
I was going to ask you about that,
Yeah.
because I noticed that he's
Yeah.
coming along.
He has, but he's a blessing, man, I tell you. And it's the wildest thing. He's always tinkered with music and guitars and stuff, and he's, you know, really talented. You know, we're watching him, and he's really talented, but it's like, you know, hey, that's pretty good. But I sat down, you know, with him and started showing him some stuff, other stuff than what he was doing on the guitar.
And he's just like 12.
Yeah, he's
Right?
12 years
Okay.
old. And so, you know, I started showing him some chords, and then me and my wife were like, hey, you know, Isaac, you know, why don't you, we call him Isaac, you know, he's named after me.
Yeah.
Charles Burch, but Charles Isaac Burch. But anyway, we had talked to him and said, Isaac, well, you know, we really need somebody to play with us, because we want our family to be involved, just like, you know, and my wife's, you know, really strong on that, because all
Sure.
her family played together, her brother and
Kind of runs in the blood, don't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
you know, and her and so that's her, you know, something that she's really hoping for, which God works in mysterious ways.
Yeah, mysterious.
So anyway, he, you know, he was real shy and batted around, but he ended up finally, you know, coming out and playing with us. And I'm telling you, you know, it's a miracle, and it's so great how God works.
Now, what all does he play?
He plays rhythm guitar,
Okay.
and he also plays mandolin.
That's right. That's right.
And but well, you know, when I started him off with the guitar, he just picked it right up. I mean, I'm talking about within months. And he's probably one of the strongest rhythm guitar players that I've come across. And I've been playing music since I was 8.